Hi, my name is Marck Joseph and I'm a South Florida family law attorney. And here are 5 things you should know about uncontested paternity matters. So to catch you up, if you haven't seen my previous videos about paternity, in the state of Florida, if 2 parties have a child out of wedlock, that child is not considered to have a father unless and until there is a paternity action filed to establish paternity. So that means that until a paternity action is filed, a father does not have his rights to decision-making, communication, or access to his child or children. What we're going to talk about in this video is how going through the paternity action as an uncontested matter is all around better for you and your family. But before we get into this list, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated when we post new videos. The first thing you should know about uncontested paternity actions and its benefits is about the decision making. And what I mean by that is, in the family courts, when parties are not able to decide how they want to do things, it goes to the judge. And from there, the judge will decide who gets the choice in decision making, what type of communication, and what type of time sharing schedule, if any, that you'll have with your child or children. Now, in an uncontested matter, you get the opportunity for you and the other parent to decide the terms of your parenting plan and possibly even child support. Just to be clear, even though you and the other parent decide on the terms of the parenting plan and even child support, the court still has to review this agreement and determine that it's in the best interest of the minor child or children before it is ratified. However, it is much better for you to come to the court with an agreement than to have to go to trial and the court tell you what the term's going to be. The second thing you should know about uncontested paternity actions and their benefits is the impact it has on your family. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Coming up in agreement together is way better than letting the court decide what's going to happen to your family. Although 2 parents can have different ideas for certain things that they want for their child or children, how they want to raise them, and it gets even more complicated when you have 2 parties that are not living together and operating in the same home. It is still better than having a judge, who is essentially a stranger, make this decision for you. In my experience, agreements that are made by the parents tend to have less chance of having to be modified later than ones that are decided by the court. And most importantly, the children benefit from this. When the 2 parents decide with each other what's going to happen in the process of raising the child, that child or children truly benefit more than having a judge do it. The third benefit of an uncontested paternity action is the cost. One thing that I always try to explain to families is that the more you agree, the less expensive the family law process will be. And paternity actions are no different. If you go to a lawyer telling them that you have a paternity case, whether you're the mother or the father, and you guys don't agree, you guys don't get along, and that you guys need to get to court to figure out your decision, I assure you that your retainer will be much higher than if you go to that same lawyer and tell them, hey, I'm the father or even the mother and the other parent, we came up with an agreement here. We just need to get it through the courts and to make sure the father has his rights established. That will be a much cheaper option. Something you also want to keep in mind is that if you are comfortable, you can go to the courthouse yourself and fill out these forms and essentially accomplish the uncontested paternity action yourself, which would be much cheaper than going through a lawyer. And remember, in the state of Florida, you can do this matter yourself. And if it's uncontested, it is so much more fluid and easier to get through the courts, get your petition filed, the agreements filed, the answer and agreement of the other party filed as well, and get a final order. This brings me to my fourth benefit of an uncontested paternity action, which is it's just faster. When you have a case that you are essentially fighting and you have no agreement, you not only have to go through the petition process, getting the person served, that person can file a counter petition, waiting for that response, then going through discovery and possibly going to mediation and or trial. It just takes so much longer than if you agree, go to the court with the agreement, and basically get a final judgment within a month or two, the most. For people who just want to get a situation resolved and continue on with their lives, the uncontested option is always better. And this brings me to the fifth benefit of an uncontested paternity matter. It's just much less stressful than going through it contested. Whether you're a father who just wants to make sure that they have consistent time, communication, and rights to their child or children, or a mother who just doesn't want to have that conflict, and maybe you guys don't get along, but you just want to have something on paper just in case the situation gets worse. When you have something written in, entered by the court that you agreed on, it just makes the rules of engagement so much more clearer and easier to navigate. Now, you can get that when you go in front of a judge. However, there is nothing more stressful in a court proceeding than having to take your case to trial. There are some lawyers that I know who don't like to take cases to trial. I couldn't imagine having to be a party to testify to a judge to try to get the judge to see the case their way. All of that gets avoided when you and the other parent just agree, even before going to court, to just get the court to ratify what you guys have already discussed and worked out. So there you have it. 5 benefits to taking your paternity action through the uncontested route. At the end of the day, an uncontested matter, paternity or otherwise, is more beneficial to everybody. So if you or someone you know is going through a paternity matter, whether uncontested or not, please give us a call. We can set you up with a consultation, discuss the facts of your case and the law, and see what options you have. And if you enjoyed this video, please again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with someone that you think that can use this information. My name is Marck Joseph. Thank you for watching.